Well, hello everybody and welcome. Thanks for watching. Today's topic, my latest music haul. What did I grab at the used vinyl from good old Poobah Records in Pasadena? I picked up a very nice haul. Let's check it out. Here we go. David Live. Every self-respecting rock and roll music lover when this came out got this album, owned this album. That's why I know it. My rock and roll high school best friend who had the absolutely most magnificent audiophile system that a 17-year-old kid with a mom with money that would just buy him anything he wanted, best system, but he knew the best music. And I got introduced to this album through partying with him and listening to this. So now every self respecting record collector should have this in their collection, I think, in my opinion. Really good. They say this album comes from a transitory time in the Bowie career. He's moving out of the Spiders from Mars and he's starting to move into his what did they call it? I forget now, but fashion, his something fashion period. And you can see it popping up here, and you can hear it in the music, the way the songs are played, because it's kind of a trippy album. It's a good album. Why does a David collector want it? Because they're playing Spiders from Mars catalog, but through the influence of the coming young Americans phase and playing it with a lot of sax and keyboards there, Earl Slick's guitar. It almost sounds spare. I mean like almost all the parts of the band that you hear, and they come through very nicely. Some critics they said David Bowie didn't hit every note perfectly. All right, very good pickup on this album. Next, what did I get from the Vietnam War era? Creedence Clearwater Revival, Green River. Put this shit on and you're in a Huey helicopter or humping the boonies because this is the shit that the boys were fighting to and the other boys at home were burning their draft cards to. So, time period, history, youth right here in one album and a great album. They're at the peak of their powers. So this was a magnificent pickup. Do I have to say it? Thank you, as always, to Poobah Records for really, for the most part, all the records that you put out as used are very good and very clean. I clean them when I get them home again. Don't get me wrong, but for the most part, I'm not doing repairs, so that's great. Okay, next up, what else did I get on my music haul? This was a very nice surprise. Found it in the reggae used, which there usually isn't a lot, or it's a lot of dance hall reggae, which I don't really go for. But this is closer to the roots, Peter Tosh, and the extra bonus Rolling Stones Records production. His first album on the Rolling Stones label. And because of that, of course, Mick and Keith drop by and play and sing on a couple of tracks on here. The first one, I'm Walking, I think something like that. Kind of a breezy and poppy, but catchy, a good song. Tosh and Jagger are singing side by side in a duet. And flip side two, and the first two songs are Keith playing guitar on, I forget the title, but it's about something to do with make the weed legal. And the second song is, I forget, but first two tracks are Keith playing guitar on there, so very good. And the other stuff is all very good too. So you can't go wrong. Peter Tosh, great find. I grabbed it out of the box as soon as I saw it. Now, up next, I'm going to go to Johnny Winter and my bonus with this is the promotional angle. The collector bug in me got this, and I love Johnny Winter stuff anyway. So, double bonus. And it's a very good album. Turns out to be really good. Another transitional period in another formative artist's career. At this point, um, Johnny Winter was moving away from blues, just like strictly blues based albums and covers and whatnot. And he wanted to branch out a little bit more. And the band that he hooked up with here, forgive me, bad memory, but the band that he hooked up with here, um, these guys were rock band. Oh shoot, I forget what's his name. He's actually the paired off guitarist. You guys know that know music history. You already know. But Steve Winwood, shit, Earl. Sorry, maybe I'll edit this out later. Who played guitar on here? Johnny Winter. Oh, Rick Derringer. How did I forget? Rick Derringer's band was looking to branch out, and they plugged into each other. And Rick Derringer and Johnny Winter played a balance off of each other that allowed Johnny Winter to be that blues guitarist howler, and allowed Rick Derringer to be that rhythmy guitar in the back that gives you a little bit of grooviness, you know. So very good album. This was my surprise pickup, surprise bonus, because as I said, the collector in me is even saying, "Oh, promotional record." So because of that extra little check mark, I love that album. Finally, from my music hall, The Disappointment of the Hall, Spinners Live. Now, I am a huge soul music fan. Don't get me wrong. Soul music is what I grew up on, and soul music is what introduced me to music. But, and I was a huge Spinners fan. When I was in high school, fuck yeah, Spinners. So this wasn't a no thought. Gimme, I bought it, right? Okay, so what's the drawback? Number one, it's not a major drawback, but they seem to be, this is context point, not a complaint. Um, they're like in a playing a Vegas lounge style. It's a lounge night concert. It's not like a big show. Nothing wrong with that. But the show is very much like a Vegas lounge act, and they're doing a lot of covers of other people and not enough of the spinners that I knew and wanted to hear. So it was just kind of a letdown, very much of a letdown. Um, Good enough if you're a major spinner collector, you must have every album. But this one's not for me. So this one will be going back to the music bins. If this um, yeah, if you're a spinners aficionado, this is going to be back in the used bins pretty soon at Poobah. Final note, a very big thank you to my buddy, my very close buddy Jay, who hails from Australia. What did he give me? A surprise gift. Okay. But what do you give me? You know, he gave me the perfect gift. Number one, he gave me music. And number two, he gave me music I don't have. And the bonus points is he gave me music that I really enjoy adding to my collection because it's so damn good. What did he give me? Well, Jay's from Australia, so naturally, two Australian bands, In Excess and Midnight Oil. Can't go wrong with either one of these. Here, I love them both. Played them both already. Played them both a few times. Thank you, Jay. I love them both. Hang on, everybody. Bit of a dry mouth. Ah, okay, here we go. He gave me Midnight Oil and In Excess J. I was gonna say I played them numerous times, and I love them. Yeah, they hold up over repetitive listenings. Um, and they're both the first of these bands in my collection. So great, you know, he hit on all those cylinders. Here's the surprise about these albums, my personal surprise in playing them. I thought biasedly I was going to enjoy In Excess more out of the two. because they were more popular back then, and I liked them more back then. I know Midnight Oil was really big, but I was an In Excess fan. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to love this one much more. I like it. But guess what? I like this one much more. A Midnight Oil album is just deeper, and I love the guitar work on here. So this wins out. Thanks again, Jay. All right, and thank you all of you who stuck with me through a very long video. How about those Dodgers? Maybe we can still pull it out, right? All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Peace.